pushing it away, and it's got its bites. Its teeth. Haha! Its teeth. It's got its bites. It's got its teeth about that far away from you, and then right when you feel like you're about to get bit right in the face, you're able to get back up. Next round, Daryl rolls a 23, Eric rolls a 30, and the zombies, they roll a natural 1. You're both able to get some good zombie chopping action in. Gerald, you take your sword and you bring it up from underneath and go straight up the chin, outside of the top of the skull. And then the last one, I'm not even going to make you guys roll for. You're able to double team it and spit roast it with swords. Gerald holds it in place with that big old sword of his, gets him from behind and really jams it in there. And then Eric comes right from the front, stabs it right through the mouth with that big blade of his.
High five, Eiffel Tower.
So you're able to clear the way to the police station and make your way inside. Well, the door's kind of been boarded up.
We knock.
So you knock like polite, civilized human beings. You do see somebody come to the door. Young kid. Bulletproof vest. Looks like he's about to shit his pants. He doesn't even have a gun in his hand. His holster's empty. And he lets you in. What the hell is going on?
Zombies.
Apparently there's zombies outside.
What do you mean zombies? How are you okay with this?
Normally I have a big spiel for this, but I don't have the wherewithal. Monsters are real. We fight them. Where's your sink?
I should have been a dentist.
There'd still be zombies.
Yeah, if you were in this town, that probably would have been worse for you. Or you would have already committed suicide, statistically.
His clothes are torn. You can see his bulletproof vest has taken some scratch marks. His gun is gone. His taser is gone. He's got a flashlight.
I checked the phone lines, see if the hard lines work.
Dead. They did.
Ask him how long the phones have been out.
Everything was quiet, and then all of a sudden, calls started coming in, and then I would say it was in the morning sometime. The phone stopped ringing. I got a call from the walkie-talkie. It was panic. It was the sheriff, and there was screaming, and then everything cut out.
Seen any other survivors?
Other officers went to try and get help, to try and help some of the civilians. Some of them didn't make it to the car. Julie, the secretary, I think you stabbed her outside. She died, and then a couple hours later, there she was at the door trying to get in. Not looking too great.
I check the signal they're broadcasting at and do my walking to it.
No, you're able to get the walkie-talkie frequency, and if something comes in, I will make sure to cue you in.
Where's your gun?
I lost it.
You're in the police station. There aren't any other weapons here.
I mean, there are, but Sheriff's got the key.
Tell me where the weapons locker is.
He takes you back to the back area, and it's a combination room. You've got the evidence lockup, which is almost like a glorified lost and found. A weapons lockup, which you can see shotguns and handguns and riot gear, the whole deal. And it's locked behind like a giant metal cage with very, very tiny things that you could barely put your finger through. It is a police station grade lock, so maybe beyond your skill, maybe you know a guy.
Conway.
Yep, let's get that thing open. One of the guys who taught Gerald the ropes after his family was murdered had a knack for this sort of thing. So there's everything from the cheap credit card through a door thing to actually working on tumblers and stuff. That was a big part of it because, he also, the guy who taught him was also sort of a con man. Yep. Gerald's last name is actually Francis. His name is actually Conway. It's just coincidence.
It is Conway. You don't want that to be
it is Conway.
Is it Gerald Francis Conway?
Why not?
Okay.
It is now.
All right. Gerald Francis Conway. I'm going to make a note of that.
It's a good name. It was actually, Francis was actually probably his grandfather's name.
Gerald Francis Conway Twitty, folks.
Yeah. As far as the lockpicks go, they're specially ordered. They're top of the line through whoever it is that makes these sorts of things. I mean, he keeps like the kit in good repair in the car. Oftentimes when he needs to use them, his cover is that he's a locksmith. So, you know what? He probably has his old mentor's lockpicks if he could get his hands on them because, like most of his mentors, that mentor is dead. The older he gets, the more he collects things from hunters. He knows who passes.
So it takes you a little while. Like this is high-end, like, protect the evidence from being interfered with by people who sneak into the police station sort of thing.
Also a dying skill because nowadays everything's replaced with electronic locks. And
Police officer, he's obviously not happy that someone is picking a lock inside of the police station, but this is one of those situations where you kind of have to put the rules aside and...
Yeah, what is he going to do? Shoot us with his gun?
Right? You get ready to open the door, and he goes, wait a minute. As much as I appreciate what you did out there, I don't know that I can be letting you have access to a room full of guns that I'm supposed to be in charge of.
Listen, your town is going to shit. You're probably the last law enforcement official here, and we're your best shot at getting out of here alive. So I understand that you have a duty, but I'm gonna need you to simmer down and do with the program if you want to live. Do they have any semi-automatic?
Semi-automatics, like regular handguns?
They wouldn't be handguns. I'm talking about like
What you talking about, Eric?
AR-15s, things like that.
I mean, my knowledge of guns is pretty minimal, but I play Call of Duty, so
Call of Duty,
Black Ops.
Cop. Quick question: Is the cop a white guy or a native?
He's a Native American.
Okay. I take a set of handcuffs and a key.
He goes in there and he gets himself a couple of handguns and a shotgun and a bandolier of ammunition, as well as a new bulletproof vest because his other one kind of got shredded up a little bit. So what's your plan?
We got a call from someone in the same line of work as us, alerting us to the fact that there was an outbreak. So I think our first task is to try to locate them.
This has been going on for a while. It took us a little while to get here. I don't think we're going to be able to form a real containment.
The quicker we get Goldberg on our side, the better we are.
I can tell you Gerald's going to take one hit trying to keep this guy alive.
I mean, that's highly possible. Probably.
Because this guy probably still, despite like shitting himself and losing his gun, is still going to roll a better fighting roll than me. It's true. He's the kind of guy who's going to lock himself in a broom closet that already has a zombie in it.
How many zombies are there?
You see, too.
Don't discharge your firearm unless you have to.
So the cop is following along with you. You told him not to act.
He can still get bit by a zombie.
I mean, if he's trying to.
If he goes out of his way.
It's one of those things where, Gerald, you're not putting on a really good show. The zombies they're too smart for you. Their flanking techniques seem to mystify you. Fighting more than one thing at a time gives you a hard time. Eric is there to pull your ass out of the fire again.
That's what I keep him around for.
Eric is able to make quick work of the two zombies that are there. You get in the car, you drive. You have to circle around and find a spot where the car can kind of be added to the circle of cars that is already there. A couple of them are smart enough to try and climb over, but for the most part, zombies don't understand the concept of three-dimensional thinking. And you do have the occasional zombie that's like kind of wedged in between them, kind of got stuck on a windshield. You're able to make it within the ring around the school without much conflict. Once you're inside, you see a large group of people, about 60 people or so. The school's not big enough to have its own gym. It has more of a multi-purpose room with one basketball hoop where the kids could play like half-court basketball if they wanted to.
I look for...
Gerald can't hold a mag light in those weak hands.
You do see a guy who looks out of place, 6'4", 290 pounds, bald head. He is covered in scars, by the way. His face is all scarred up. His arms, which you can see to about here because he's wearing a thick leather jacket. Leather jacket's all scratched up. He's got a shotgun strapped to his back. A beard that's a little bit longer than the one that he has, almost like a biker beard, but not quite that wizardly. In the collar of his shirt, he's got mirrored sunglasses which are hanging down.
Well, I approach him.
Okay.
You Harper?
Not yet.
You're not Harper yet.
Now I'm Harper. No, because I got the hat on. Yeah, I'm Harper.
Yeah, how hat-based you are.
I'm hat-based. I've never seen nothing like this before. I've fought some zombies. You don't see this many zombies. At least not where I've been.
Looks like the apocalypse may be on the horizon, so...
This wouldn't have nothing to do with the recent trauma to the Vale, would it?
I would say yeah. Yeah, Probably a lot to do with that.
I'll be damned. Had a psychic friend tell me there was some trouble. Felt some kind of tremor a few days ago. And then started seeing all kind of crazy shit happen that I ain't never seen before.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Bunch of demons trying to raise a named demon and, death, destruction, damnation, the hits.
And we got a front row seat.
Yep.
I don't know how to take out this many zombies. Usually just crack them in the head and it's game over. I can hold my own. Don't get me wrong. You get 15, 20 of these things. It don't matter how big you are. They'll take you down.
We need to figure out what caused it. If something is being summoned, then there are usually components.
Why don't we just put a bullet in it then?
Put a bullet in what?
Whatever's trying to do the summoning. Summon over, right?
Group of demons.
Okay, group of bullets.
Really clever about hiding their location.
Well, if they're good about hiding their location, why don't we just get a spell? I heard rumors of a really powerful spell that can find just about
That spell require an ogress?
Yeah, but I ain't never follow up on it because I
Don't bother.
don't want much to do with an ogress. Is that what happened to your eye, son?
Yep.
I guess if it gets real bad, I got 2 eyes. I mean, if it's me or the world, I don't need 2 eyes if we're all gonna die.
I look at the 60 people who are here. Are any of you knowledgeable in local history?
You look over to the side and you see a guy in a dirty shirt wearing a blue hat off to the side, and he's got a little stack of plates next to him, and he's sitting on a cot, and there's a couple of kids standing next to him. And now you see here, not a lot of folks know, but the embalming process is a lot faster than you might think. See, they lay you out on a metal table, hook you up to all these hoses, but it don't bother you none, because you can't feel it, see? Then they turn on this giant vacuum cleaner and suck everything out. Takes maybe 7-8 seconds. Turn you into a raisin, see? Then they pump you full of things like ammonia and mothballs so you don't rot. But what they don't tell you is after 2-3 days in the ground, you swell up and pop open anyways, like a big balloon. It's it's really quite interesting, actually, once you learn about it. And the children start crying.
This guy is more Bobby Boucher than he is any Bill Murray character.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. He's a water boy. Aimed for Murray, got water boy.
I'm doing the best I can.
Water Boy's amazing.
Well, I guess that guy's the best I'm gonna get. How old does he look?
Gravedigger Willy?
Yeah.
He looks to be in his late 40s.
Yeah, great. Not old enough. Maybe he knows. I go and save these children from story time.
I mean, a lot of them are wandering away with tears in their eyes as it is.
Lean over to one of them, and it's all true. I go up to Willie. You work in the cemetery.
Well, who told you that?
You were just talking about the embalming process.
I could be an undertaker. But no, I work in the cemetery. Gravedigger.
Gravedigger.
My friends call me Gravedigger Willy. My many friends.
All right, well, Gravedigger Willie.
Yes, sir.
About 50 years ago, there was a similar problem to the one we're having today.
Yeah.
You heard anything about that?
I mean,
Anything you know about that?
I mean, you hear stories. Stories around a campfire, stories about the cemetery, stories of the dead coming out to life, and I thought there were stories, but it looks like it wasn't a story. So this was before I was born, but I heard a story about this, that there were some folks that came through and put down some reverse funerals.
Yeah, who had a reverse funeral?
Do you remember that, what do I remember? So long ago. Hang on, I need some help remembering. And he reaches in his pocket and pulls out, it looks like a cigar, but it's been rolled together by like 10 zigzags that are all cobbled together. And it's like a big fat, it's a weed cigar.
I was going to say Gerald knows a blunt when he sees one, but not in this situation. I don't even know what just happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the fuck.
And he offers you, he's holding out the blunt to you if you want some.
Nope.
Yeah, it's coming back to me. They had, what was his name? He had it. Cirrus. Something Cirrus. Yeah. Guy came into town and, he got murdered by these other 2 guys. Said he was making zombies. I don't know. I wasn't there. But, Merritt Cirrus lives in the cemetery now. Permanent prison.
They said he was raising zombies. He's not one of the ones that had a reverse funeral?
Nope. Put him in the ground. That's where he stayed. And everyone else stayed in the ground after that. That's what I heard. Camp stories. Nobody really says.
Okay.
Says, wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it myself.
Stories say
barely got out of there alive. me and my collectibles. See here, got very valuable. Well, they will be, because they don't make them anymore. And he starts showing you the Star Trek Last Supper plates. That guy. He points over the harbor. Shot one of them, not that far from me. I was very surprised. Thought just tell him to go back in the ground and he'd stay there. I mean, who wants to be out of the ground once you go there? But no, he got me out of there. Good man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking with him here in a minute. That's all you remember though? That one name? Any other parts of the story?
I mean, rumor has it he was black. Merritt Sears from South America. That would narrow it down to voodoo.
Yep, the Veil weekend. Maybe Sears managed to climb back from the other side and got back to it. Gerald loves Star Trek, the original series, because they play it late at night and have for decades. He thinks all the new stuff is crap. Next gen and everything after, it's pure garbage. Animated series is okay. I leave Gravedigger Willy and update Eric. All right, if you can help it, don't talk to that man. He works in the cemetery. Apparently about 50 years ago, as you had found, there had been a few reverse funerals. That after the zombies were put down and a man was murdered, there was a man who was apparently from out of town, supposedly, possibly black.
You got it.
And he's buried in town. If they were in fact a voodoo practitioner, which I doubt, could be that soul has risen again with the weakening of the veil and is raising more zombies.
Well, it's really the only lead we get at the moment.
Unfortunately, that means going to where all the dead are coming from.
Well, hopefully most of them are on walkabout.
Yeah, but we might not exactly have a lot of time tiptoe through the graveyard looking at headstones, you know what I'm saying? I think I might have a better solution.
Does it involve a monster truck?
Nope. It involves a guide.
A guide. Kind of guide.
He nods his head over at Gravedigger Willy.
I'll take my chances with an army of zombies.
This ain't the time to be turning down help.
At least it's somebody who may very well get hit instead of me, so sure.
Maybe I should ask. He owes me one.
By all means.
Oh crap, hat switch. Hey son, can I talk to you for a second? Yep, sure. What you need? Happy to help. You did a good job back there. Got me and my plates out there to save. Can't really replace it. Don't make them anymore. That's all well and good, but we got a bit of a problem here if you hadn't noticed, and your town needs you, son. This is a rare opportunity to put yourself out there and use your unique talents as a dedicated servant of the grave to help a lot of people. Yep, I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Maybe you wanna try to make it a little bit more sense. Yeah. All right, this out-of-towner you talked about, we gotta find his body. Yep, I don't know what you want to be doing with it. Maybe you get lucky. He's walking around outside. A lot of bodies out there now. And yeah, why don't we ask around? Maybe we'll be able to find him. Be the only black guy you see, probably. Haven't put a lot of black guys in the ground.
Oh my God, he's over there.
No, I don't think you're gonna find him in here. I think he's the one causing all this trouble. What you mean? You ain't put nobody in the ground to come back and cause trouble. That's not how it works. I guess that's how it works now. But what do you want? Like, what can I do? I just put holes in the ground and put bodies in them. All right, you're gonna make me have a brain aneurysm. Gravedigger Willy, right? Yep, Gravedigger Willy. Known to my friend. Happy to be known by you. Yeah, Willy. Gravedigger Willy. Yeah, Gravedigger.
I can't wait till Tom kills his NPC with his other NPC.
Gravedigger Willy, you wouldn't happen to know where Merritt Sears is buried, would you? Oh yeah, I know where pretty much everybody's married. He's not too far from my tool shed, actually. I gotta do my round, pay my respects to the dead. Water the flowers, get everybody going. And there's just one problem with that grave. Like we didn't have enough problems leading up to this. Well, it ain't so much that they can't get you to the grave. I can get you there right quick. What with the zombies and all, maybe not as quick. There's a problem with that grave. You see, I've been having a problem for the last 2 months hunting this monster. And smart. Very smart. Get you when you least expect. And I got a score to settle with him. So if we go there and it comes my time, you got to stay out of my way. Personal. All right. We got unfinished business. Look, whatever you want, you can have it. Just please stop talking. We need your help. All right. Can you take us there? Take us to this grave and help us put this thing to rest. For sure, man. Happy to help out your town. Town's always been there for me. I mean, not in the inviting me to thing or making me feel welcome kind of way, but they need me, I'll be there. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go out there. What you gonna do about all the zombies though? Are they gonna Try to push it in the ground? Yeah, you just let us worry about that. That's what we do for a living. You come with us and we'll keep you safe. It's gonna be dangerous. You alright with that? Oh yeah, I can handle myself. Got Roberta right here. And he pulls out a gun in the middle of a room of people. Some of the children scream and run. And he waves it a little bit. He goes, yep, I got maybe... He looks in the chamber. And as he's looking into the chamber to count how many bullets he has left, because it's a revolver, points the gun at like a group of people. And looks like 4 shots. Yeah, that's enough. Sure. And puts it back in his pocket.
Pocket.
Yeah, when do we leave?
Alrighty, time to go.
What's his name? Luke Perry was kind of like a zombie on 90210.
Yeah, the dude was like 50, trying to play 18-year-old.
So you got Boomstick, and you got Gravedigger Willy, and driving out to the cemetery. As you get closer to the cemetery, the density of zombies seems to be increasing. And when you get to the cemetery grounds, Willy points out the car. Alright, see there? And he points to a building in the distance. That there, that's my shed. And not far from there, we got the grave you're looking for. He points, but the issue is you've got a pretty hefty crowd of zombies between you and him.
Well, we need a distraction. And I'm pretty sure Gerald is going to follow me on this one as I turn my head towards Boomstick.
Yep.
Well, what'd you have in mind?
Pretty sure loud noises gets them. Park the cars ways away. You fire, let them get drawn in, and when they are, hit the gas, and hopefully we'll have enough time to do what we need to do in the cemetery proper.
Alright, let's do it. I can make some noise. What about you guys?
We're gonna hop out and try to conceal ourselves to sneak behind them.
Oh, so I'm the one making the noise. By myself, huh? You guys taking the car, driving away? Do I make all that noise? Doesn't sound like a good plan to me.
Well, we can talk to you so that you could...
Alright, so you want me to leave you here, make a bunch of noise, and then have the zombies come from where they are, past you to me. Well, Willy, go with them. You're gonna have to show them where it's at.
And for the love of God, Willy, keep your fucking mouth shut as the zombies pass.
Sure thing. I won't say a word. I ain't gonna say nothing. Right here, this here, it's a lockbox, alright? Once the words go out, they don't go out. They ain't gonna say nothing, alright? See?
I open the glove compartment, out a silver roll of duct tape, and I don't say anything, I just take it as I get out of the car.
Boomstick takes the car, makes his way back about a quarter mile, gets on the roof of the car, dents it just a little bit.
Up our roof.
Yep, he's making a big scene.
Sucks, doesn't it?
You can even hear him. You hear these loud booms.
Or they stick like it all.
Oh yeah. He doesn't say this is my boomstick, but everyone's thinking it. Yeah, come and get it, you bastards. You're gonna take more than 50 of you to take me down. Come on here. And he's taking out zombies that are coming near him. Like, why just shoot in the air? Like, when he can actually be shooting zombies. Come on, is that the best you got? I got to do this for days.
He doesn't have to waste shotgun shells on the zombies. He's just going to spear and jackhammer. That's what he does.
Yeah.
He does get down in the 3-point stance, though.
The spear is a move action.
That's ridiculous.
You don't know where he got all them shotgun shells, but it seems like he has not stopped firing for a while. 6'4", 290 pounds. He's moving around a lot. He's doing a number on the roof of the Firebird. So you're gonna have to buff that out. Maybe get a plunger, work on some of them bigger dents. You got bigger things to worry about than a few dents. Here's the car, some character. Besides, we took out all them zombies. You're welcome. Nice working with you.
So he draws them away from us?
When it gets to the point where he just can't really do very much anymore, he slides in through the window, like almost like Dukes of Hazzard style, and peels the car out, tearing up the grass. Nope.
Oh, no.
Nope. Yeah, Gravedigger Willy can't keep silent at the dude doing donuts on his cemetery grounds. So you guys start making your way towards the shed. Willy goes, yep, right here. It's going to be that one over there. And he points to one of the graves that's next to a tree next to the shed. And you see that it is indeed marked Merritt Cirrus, 1908 to 1953.
Well, since we have a gravedigger with us, he's Gravedigger Willy. Let's not underestimate him.
Start to talk, and you feel cold.
Yep. Robert Picardo?
Yeah, it's off his tail. Yeah, you see,
Gentlemen.
He looks like he's from, he's the black guy that Gravedigger Willy was talking about. He's got like all the voodoo type stuff on him. Like he's got like bones in his hair. He looks at you and he looks at the grave and he just starts doing this. 2 zombies crawl up from the graves pretty much nearby and start to shamble their way over.
Go in the shed, get salt, and do a ring around the grave. itself.
Salt it is.
Okay.
Willie, you keep a digging.
So wait, you're putting Willie on the grave?
No, I'm gonna dig. I'm gonna tell him to go get the salt because he knows where it's at and where all the implements he might need is.
Oh yeah, we got plenty salt. Salt for the wintertime. All right, he
And I'm
runs
dead.
off to the graveyard shed. Pretty fast for an old guy. Salty Willie.
You alright, man? I got a bad case of the salty Willy.
So now what are you two doing?
I'm killing zombies.
And you're digging, Gerald. So we got the first roll here. Clear. Throw. We got a natural 1. Shovel breaks.
Jesus.
But you're able to get 17 successes.
Alright, you know what? It's Popeye time.
What do you mean by that?
I have to say a prayer with my nose.
Wait.
He's going to be snorting God ash.
Da-da-da-da. Yep. He's got his hands full fighting zombies. I just pulled the snuff can that I've got in my pocket out.
A little quick thing. Eric, no, they can't touch you, bro. They can't touch you. Gerald, you have no shovel. Are you just going it with the little handle? So you switch your shovel, and you're going to take another shot at this with a little bit of a bonus going on here.
You know what I'm best at?
You get a
Dig it.
natural 20.
This stuff works. Done in no time.
You're keeping the zombie count manageable. All right, next round. You see Willie off in the distance. He's running there with a bag full of salt.
When he gets here, just walk on, just ring around the grave.
And you do hear like an ethereal voice. I will not let this chance pass me by. I've been given a rare chance to take over. I'm going to have you make another grave digging roll. Eric's
Yep.
still playing defense. Plus 16. So plus 9, plus 5, plus...
30.
Oops. Man, my calculator is betraying me.
30.
Well, 58
Nine.
plus 9 plus 16 plus 5. So 88
Okay.
total.
Total. Okay. Just add 30 onto the last total you had.
I'm trying real hard here, guys.
Not very good in math.
Eric, you're still playing defense on the zombies. It's close. You're getting pawed at. You're getting clawed at. But you're able to shake away and machete one right across the top of the head to where you see half of its brain slide off with the skull cap and the other half remain in the body as the zombie body collapses. Willie makes it back with the salt.
Bad salt.
Guys, got your salt here. What you need? Get your pound.
All right. Let's just take it and start putting a ring around this grave as unbroken as possible. Just salt heavily. Pour some next to me.
You okay? I can do that. No, actually, this is one of them plastic rock salt bags. So he tears it open with his fingers.
Yep.
And puts like a little pile of it next to you, and then he lifts the bag up so it doesn't leak, and he moves out and starts making like a little ring. It's gonna take him, about a full round to do that. That's gonna be his action. Willie pretty much finishes taking care of the ring of salt. Eric, they're starting to gang up on you. Getting a little hairy, but you're managing.
Mm-hmm. Hold the line. Hold the line.
Point to a shovel. Willie, get digging with me here.
All right, you got it. What I do, guys?
And I tried to fling the salt, goddammit.
Willie takes a roll here.
NPC advocate, he has to get a plus to his grave digging roll.
No, he uses a backhoe.
He's backhoeing Willie then.
Eric, you get overwhelmed for just a moment, and you take a bite to the shoulder. You're still going strong. You got 6 left. You got a spare eye. You're fine.
Dig. Dig, 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 dig.
You're getting close. Eric, here comes. Dun 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 dun. Zombies get a 16. Eric takes another hit. This time it's your back, like right above your chicken wing right there. They're starting to close in on the grave a little bit. Yeah, between you and Willie, you're able to uncover the casket is uncovered. Eric, not looking good. Barely just takes 1 hit instead of 2. And they're getting a lot closer to where you guys are at. So you've got the casket. It's got warding on it. It's made of some sturdy wood. You're going to have to break through it. It's going to take you a minute. The zombies are getting a lot closer, and Willie, he fails a valor roll, you think, because he books it back for the shed. He drops his shovel and leaves you behind. What do you do?
Shovel.
Okay, wow, you roll a 19 plus your boost.
Power of the gods.
Yeah, no, you are kicking some ass right now. You feel as good as you've ever felt. In fact, you almost wish that you were back there with Eric right now instead of having to be digging dirt. Your talents are wasted on this. Why does he get to go have all the glory when you're stuck digging a hole in the ground?
Well, I'll have the glory when I light this corpse on fire, salt, and burn it.
It takes you the round to get into the casket, and you're going to start to prepare the salting and the burning. Eric, here they come.
Stop getting bit.
Eric, you're getting bit. You're getting bit to shit.
I'm going to grab one of the shovels, dig into the remaining salt, and go after the ghost.
Okay, I'm gonna roll first for you. Natural 20, and then for him, It doesn't matter. Even if you rolled a natural 20, you'd still got him. So you're able to duck and jive your way through the zombies with a shovel full of salt. The ghost tries to flicker around so that you can't get close to him, but you are able to read what you think is a pattern and whip a shovel full of salt right at him, and then he flickers out. You don't see a new zombie joining the fray this round. Gerald, you still working on the body?
Yeah, voodoo barbecue.
Okay, you're able to clear off enough of the body that you can put the salt down in there, put some gasoline on there. You'll be able to light the fuse next round. You were able to stop the ghost from summoning any more zombies. You still have the zombie horde to deal with.
Well, they're still focused on me. I leave them on Mary's face.
Eric, 29 total. You take another hit. So you are able to light the match, and the body goes up in flames. And in the corner, off about 30 feet away, you do see a barbecue of the ghost of Mary. Eric, you're able to keep yourself in such a way that you're not entirely surrounded, but it feels like you're always giving up ground. They start to move in. You manage to stab one of them, and it goes down, taking the zombie count down to 8. And then you're pretty damn sure that they've got you. They're starting to grab onto your arms. They're starting to push you around. And then out of nowhere, you hear a rumbling coming from the back. Oh, I'm coming for you. Hang on, buddy.
Oh, crap. You're going to get run over.
It's Gravedigger Willy driving the backhoe at top speed, racing through, bouncing all over the place, and he mows down a good 6 or 7 of the zombies right by you, almost clips you, bumping all over the place. He stops, turns the thing around, and starts whacking them with the shovel on the pivot. He's really good with his backhoe, by the way. He's been using a backhoe for a long time, and yeah, you like some of that, buddy, putting holes in my ground? Gravedigger Willy takes out a good 3-4 zombies just on his own and knocks the rest of them down. Between Gerald, Backhoe Willy, and Eric, you're able to clean up the zombies, and everything is quiet. And then you start to hear thump, 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 and you start to see zombies falling away. Within the lore of voodoo, it is often said that zombies that are raised like that are linked to something. You see the Firebird driving through the cemetery.
Thank God for Gravedigger Willy.
So Boomstick makes his way through the graveyard. He drives over, hops out. Well, whatever you guys did, looks like it worked. Yeah. Dude, you look like shit.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that guy.
And technically, you weren't there.
He points over at the backhoe, and Willy's still smashing zombies with the backhoe.
They've dropped, he's just running them over.
He's making sure.
Tearing up that graveyard.
Well, I ain't never seen zombie outbreak like that before.
Well, the veil wasn't so thin before either.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we got bigger problems than pissed off voodoo priest.
Yeah, asshole demon.
Well, this one's too big to go alone. I'm gonna have to tag along with you guys for a little bit. Looks like you could use an extra pair of hands.
That's so.
Unless you want to go it alone. Looks like you could have used an extra pair of hands not 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, the dice didn't just fall in my favor.
We could probably use as much help as we can get. I turn around and put my arm around Eric. We can ditch him to Dairy Queen.
You hear off into the distance from the backhoe, there he is, goddammit. And you hear a couple shots with the revolver. The dirt pop up where the bullets hit around this gopher hole that's about 30 feet away. And you see a gopher pop itself back down into the hole and disappear. You ever see the last of me, gopher? Not have you tearing up my graveyard? The graveyard's so torn up. It's so torn up, it doesn't matter to gopher. He's obviously mentally deranged.
I was waiting for the gopher to be the necromancer, honestly.
Bacon strips, Boosin says.
Bacon strips do not taste like bacon.
What do they taste like?
Yeah, they're awful. They're like grainy. But I figured if they were good for dogs and didn't kill dogs,
bacon, don't they?
They smell like bacon. Why wouldn't they taste like bacon?
Right.
Why shouldn't I try eating one?
Okay.
If almost smoky was a flavor, they almost taste like that. To be fair, I've also tried Alpo food treats. The little squares, those things are terrible too. I don't have a lot of self-control. Because my dog just loved them. I'm like, really? Like, what is this? I had good teeth then, too. I could, like, eat a crunchy food. All the days when I could eat dog treats.
Those halcyon days.
I just want to point that out. Aaron's nostalgia is when his life was good enough that he could eat dog treats.
Them were the days. I'm so sad.